Keep him QBD. I almost got him. That got him. Covering everything. Here we go.
Shields under fire.
Rotate into the turn. He's hurt. He's hurt bad. Close my distance on him. Boost hard because I know he's going to try and disengage after that turn. Now he's going to turn around. I've got it here if I can put the pressure on him. There we go. There we go, baby. He's got a buddy. Let's see what he's got. Is it possible to avoid PvP in this game? Not exactly. I mean, you could just stay... Another Talon. Here we go. Let's slow it down a bit more. He's going to go right past me. Well, nice easy corkscrew as I come in on him. Pull him into the raid fight. Boost through because he's going to try and disengage. Not today, buddy. Not today. He's in trouble. His wings are down. Something else shooting at me. I'm not sure what. But I'm okay. I can hear it. They sound like cannons. There we go. What is it? What is it? Oh, it's the A2. Welcome back, everybody, and Happy New Year. First video of 2022. And today we're going to talk a little bit about a fight I had in the PU a couple days ago against 2 Talon pilots after engaging them at Jumptown. And today we're going to talk a little bit about what I call undercommitment, right? So I want to kind of show in detail here why you'll see here this type of flight style is not really conducive to effective combat, right? And what I mean by that is watch closely as we go into these turns, right? If you were to see my throttle right now, my throttle's sitting at about 10%. Right here, my throttle spikes up to about 100% because I'm catching into a chase after a turn. But our Talon pilot is committed to being uncommitted, right? And what that means is the Talon obviously has a DPS lack. However, you're not going to win any fights unless you commit, plain and simple, especially with lasers. You could get away with this kind of tactic using ballistics, but you'd most likely drop your entire magazine payload and not really secure a kill. So during this moment here, we'll notice that he's coming in at a bit of a wide angle, and you can see right here, I get his shields down, and he again starts to undercommit, gets one turn in, decides I'm not really in a good spot, and that's because of 2 reasons. One, he's not counter maneuvering on his approach. So as he moves into my weapon range, he's not counter maneuvering with a corkscrew. He's not making movements to kind of throw my aim off almost at all. He's flying very static, very predictable at high speed, which is the easiest form of tracking that you can have. Again, here throttle goes down to about 5%, but again, what we did there was basically 3 passes where I hit all my shots and I corkscrewed a little bit on the way in, and I was able to kind of, just do the damage necessary to get the kill. So it seems about 30 seconds later we had a second Talon who either just showed up in the nick of time to see his buddy get blasted, or maybe was kind of waiting for his opportunity. I think it was the latter. I think it was the former. I think he really was just coming in at the wrong time. He would have been in a much better position engaging together. But that's the way the cookie crumbles sometimes, right? So again, same kind of process. both these talent pilots seem to have a very similar kind of style when it comes to their engagement pattern. And this is what I see commonly in the persistent universe. A lot of people are very what's called undercommitted. And undercommitment right now means you're basically diving to within 800 meters in one form or the other. And as soon as you really take any damage, you're basically deciding, you know what, time to leave. And this tactic can work if you have a large gang, because a large gang of people will be able to produce enough damage on target to actually secure the kill. But especially when it comes to a duel, and also later on down the road, we know that Star Citizen is moving to a slightly different flight model when it comes to engaging at those kinds of high speeds. Later on, you will be forced to commit, plain and simple. A lot of times on stream, you'll hear me say you got to risk it for the biscuit. And that's just kind of a funny way of saying, if you want to get the kill, you've got to put some risk on the table. You've got to close to within a distance where if the enemy has got good accuracy and his movement is good, it's potential that you could also be destroyed in that turn battle. And we know that Star Citizen is going to make it to a point where the behavior you're seeing now will be dramatically reduced, in the sense that you will not be able to simply just disengage at will whenever you want. It'll be forcing people into circle fights where as soon as you're at a disadvantage, you can start the disengage process, but you might not make it out, right? So I mean, it's a common thing you see a lot of times in the persistent universe, man. You see this thing, and it's not really anybody's fault. Again, right? Look at how I'm making those small movements, right? Look at my vector indicator. Look how I'm kind of strafing up a little bit, making those small movements just to kind of shake the pip off a little bit, just to make it difficult so that it forces him to close the distance. And once he's in range, I roll myself into position. I get the damage on. I throttle control myself into this turn, and the Talon once again at a disadvantage, right? So for this Talon pilot, his best case scenario should have been close to within, super close distances, get the damage on, apply the damage, apply the damage, apply the damage. But, if you take runs on the Gladius like this, the Gladius is going to wear you down. It's got, it's a better energy fighter in the sense that it can hold its momentum really well in atmosphere. It's got fast recharge. Its shields recharge fast, so it's going to wear you out. It's going to exhaust you. It's got better DPS than the Talon, just especially with the current weapon balance, right? So, in this situation, best case scenario, he should have closed the distance and got into that fight. Committed to the fight, because if he doesn't, it just ends up like this, where you essentially die tired, right? So, yeah, that's pretty much all I got for you today, guys. It was pretty cool fighting Talons in atmosphere. The Talon is extremely effective in atmosphere, more so than the Gladius. So the advantage does go to the Talon in this situation. I mean, the Talon does have the advantage here. It's not a big advantage, but it is an advantage, right? So the Talon can hold a position on the Gladius a little better in atmosphere than the Gladius can hold a position on the Talon, right? So, it's one more thing to check box in the book. It's just tools in the toolbox, right? What's my ship capable of? Where are my limitations? Where am I good at? What am I fighting? What are their limitations? And how can I scale the difference? That's all it comes down to, guys. I just want to wish everybody a happy new year, guys. 2022 came in with a bang for me. I got a video I'm producing right now that is kind of a recap of all the things we've achieved in the very short time that we have, been diving into Star Citizen content, right? And I gotta say, I'm absolutely blown away with the reaction, the love, the positivity that so many of you folks have shown me. I mean, yeah, you get the odd troll, but I mean, it's like 100 to 1. It's such a ludicrous ratio. There's so much of a hunger in this community to understand the game and to educate, and to see people rise to the occasion in situations where maybe they wouldn't have before, right? So it's pretty wild, guys. I love doing this. I love streaming. I love doing all this stuff. I really love, I love you guys, but it's wild. So thank you so much, guys, for letting me pursue this passion of mine and supporting me on the journey. I wish I had more words to say it, right? So, all right, guys, I'm gonna leave you here. Have a wonderful rest of your day. Hope to see you guys all out for stream. I was Avenge1, and I'll see you next time.